Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Irfan Ridho Nugraha from Logistik 1B, and today I will diving into a fundamental aspect of communication that bridges the gap between mathematics and our daily lives. The art of describing geometric objects. While it might seem like a simple task, the ability to accurately define shapes like square and rectangles is essential for clarity in various professional and academic fields. Geometric shapes are the building block of the physical world. From the screens we look at to the building we inhabit, everything has a defined structure. Describing these objects is not just about naming them. It's about conveying their dimensions, properties, and spatial relationships to others who cannot see what we see. Why is this so important? Imagine an architect trying to explain a floor plan without using precise terms, without clear description of rectangular rooms or square pillars. The construction team would be left guessing. Precision in description ensure that a vision is translated into reality without costly errors. Furthermore, in the world of manufacturing and logistics, describing objects help in optimizing space. If you know an object is a perfect cube, you can calculate exactly how many of them will fit into a shipping container. This level of detail is the backbone of efficient supply chain management and industrial design. Let's start with one of the most balanced shapes. The first one is the square. A square is a regular quadrilateral, which means it has 4 equal sides and 4 equal angles. Each angle in a square is exactly 90 degrees, forming what we call a right angle. When describing a square, we often focus on its symmetry. Because all sides are equal, you only need to provide one measurement, the length of a side, to give a complete picture of its size. This simplicity makes the square a symbol of stability and equality in design. An example of a square in our daily life is a standard sticky note or a floor tile. When we say the tile is a 30 cm square, the listener immediately understands that every edge is 30 centimeters long and the shape is perfectly even. Next, we move to the rectangle. While similar to the square, the rectangle offers more variety. It also has 4 right angles, but its defining characteristic is that only its opposite sides are equal in length. This creates a distinction between its length and its width. Describing a rectangle requires two dimensions. We make say a table is 2 meters long and 1 meter wide. This distinction is vital for functional. A door must be a tall rectangle to allow people to walk through, whereas a hallway might be a long, narrow rectangle. Think about a standard pieces of A4 paper. It is a rectangle. If we describe it simply as a four-sided shape, we lost the specific utility of its form. By specifying it as a rectangle with a width of 210 mm and a length of 297 mm, we define its exact purpose and fit. Beyond this, we have the circle. A circle is unique because it has no corners or sides. It is defined by a single center point and a radius. The distance from the center to any point on its edge. Describing a circle accurately involves terms like diameter and circumference. Why describe a circle? In engineering, the fit of a circular pipe or a wheel is a matter of safety. Describing a circular opening with a 10-inch diameter provides a specific constraint that a square description simply could not satisfy. We also encounter the triangle, a three-sided polygon. Triangles are the strong shape in engineering because they handle pressure better than four-sided shapes. Describing a triangle often involves mentioning its base and its height, or whether its angles are equal. When we describe an object shape, we are also describing its properties. For instance, a square is always a rectangle, but a rectangle is not always a square. Understanding the logistic hierarchies helps us communicate more sophisticated concepts in geometry and logic. In the digital age, describing objects is also a key part of all text for accessibility. When we describe a rectangular button on a website for someone with visual impairments, we are using geometric language to create an inclusive environment and provide mental maps of a digital space. Let's consider a practical example involving multiple shapes. Imagine describing a smartphone. You would describe the body as a slim rectangle with rounded corners. These descriptions tell the listener about its probability and ergonomic design, which are practical, real-world attributes. Furthermore, in scientific reporting, describing the shape of a sample is crucial. If a mineral crystal is cubic, 3D square, It tells a geologist something very different about its chemical structure than if it were hexagonal or irregular. The language we use words like parallel, perpendicular, symmetrical, and equidistant adds layers of depth to our description.